Hey everyone, it's your girl Olivia Logston, and I guess I should have expected nobody doing my poll because I don't have that many subscribers. But that doesn't mean I don't want to do long form videos or explore topics that I mentioned in that poll. So please go check out that poll because I still intend to do many polls like that in the future. But anyway, today's long form video, I'm going to be talking about the live action Moana trailer. And if I'm worried about the live action Tangled or not. Short answer, yes and no. I know, it's complicated, but there's a lot to get into, so let's just get straight into it. The Moana trailer, so we all know the deal. Disney on March 23rd put out the live action trailer for Moana, and it got a lot of mixed reviews. I am mainly on the side that this is an unnecessary movie. I would rather want to see movies that didn't succeed well in the box office when they first came out, or very old animated movies like Cinderella, Snow White, and The Little Mermaid. Yes, I get that some of those movies have live actions. Two of them were not great, but we all know that Cinderella was amazing, right? So, what I'm trying to say is that we need movies that aren't recent. Moana is only 10 years old. It's not that old. We just got a sequel like a year ago. It still feels pretty recent to me. And now we're getting live action. And I just don't want to see this at all. It looks horrible. The trailer looks horrible. Like, I'm not kidding with you. It's not even live action. It's a bunch of CGI mess. I mean, the crab looks horrible. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, looks horrible. Like, what are we doing here, people? What are we doing? And I guess we all should have expected that this was going to happen sooner or later. I would have expected Frozen over Moana. But actually, no, that probably would have been worse. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, we're never going to see the end of live actions. We just aren't. They're going to keep pumping them out because they make money. And if we want to see them succeed, we need to step up and tell Disney what we want to see. I have no intentions of going to see Moana in theater. And I hope all of you as well don't intend to see it because it doesn't look good at all. And I know they're trying to stay faithful because that's what we've been telling them to do, is to stay faithful to the original. And yes, do that. But you can also expand on some things. And while I don't know what you can expand on for Moana, I do have some examples for Tangled. And that's really what I want to talk about in this video. Because I love Tangled. It is one of my favorite Disney princess movies ever. Really, it's my favorite. It's the one I grew up with as a child. And on one hand, I am worried about CGI for Tangled because you should not use CGI for this movie. The only thing that should have CGI is the hair and the flower. I want to see real backgrounds, a real tower, and practical crops, and I want to see real stuff. I don't want to see a CGI mess. If I see the tower, the castle, the ocean, or the forest in CGI, I'm walking out of that theater and I'm never looking back. So, again, the only thing that should be CGI is the hair and the flower. 2 things. And despite everything I said, I am excited for Tangled. And this is coming from someone who has a bad experience with some of these recent live actions, such as Snow White, The Little Mermaid, Pinocchio, Cruella, Peter Pan and Wendy. The list goes on and on. But if Disney doesn't go overboard with the CGI and actually listens to what the audience wants, then I think this could succeed. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the cast and why I support them and show what can be expanded on in the movie. So, let's start with Kathryn Hahn. I'm starting with this person because I'm starting with this person because and not the main cast, because Eugene and Rapunzel, I want to wait on them and just talk about Mother Gothel, who is one of the greatest villains, one of the most manipulative villains, one of the smartest villains in Disney history. The way she was able to take Rapunzel and put her in a tower and tell her, I am your mother, and you are here because I'm going to keep you safe from the cruel outside world. It's very manipulative, and it's amazing, and it teaches children really an important lesson to not trust certain adults sometimes. And I love that, because that's always an important lesson for children to know. Choosing Kathryn Hahn was an excellent choice on Disney, because they actually listened to the audience that time, and I'm glad that they listened to us, because it shows that they actually care. And I know some people are afraid she's gonna just play Agatha, but this woman can act and she knows how to sing. Like, I'm genuinely excited for what she has to bring to the table of Mother Gothel. I'm in full support of this actress, full support. Now, moving on, in defense of Milo Mayhem, I am very excited to see Milo step into this role. I really feel like he could be the perfect Eugene. I know some people have worries because he's mostly known for his role in Zombies, and sometimes working for Disney Channel doesn't show that you are a talented actor, but Milo is very talented in other shows. One of my favorite pieces of media that he has been in is Journey to Bethlehem. In this movie, we really get to see his musical talent shine. Plus, I will always love this song, The Ultimate Deception, more than any other song on Zombies. Like, see, he has an amazing talent in that show, in that movie. But in another piece of media that shows his talents is Paramount Plus, the show School Spirits. In this show, Milo plays a deaf football player, Wally Clark, from the 1980s. I love this series, and Milo definitely has been praised for his charm, depth, and a heart of gold to this character. So, as you can see, I really believe Milo Mayhem could pull off the role of Eugene Fitzherbert. Now, when it comes to Tegan Croft, I don't really know this person, which I'm glad they're picking someone who isn't well known, but I was hoping for someone a little bit younger. I always wanted to see someone who was on the cusp of 18, or who was already 18 or 19. I never wanted to see anybody who was 20 or 21 or 22 stepping into the role of Rapunzel, because I felt like when they were in the age range between 17 and 19, they could still display the innocence that Rapunzel had in her. When I first heard about Tangled, I had 4 actresses who I thought would be ideal for the role. Freya Skye, Mia Talarico, Cameron Seeley, and McKenna Grace. Looking back, I realized Freya Skye was probably wasn't picked because she was too young and also because of Zombies 5. As for Mia Talarico, who played Charlie in Good Luck Charlie, I think she could have been a great choice if she had guidance throughout the role, as this would have been her first big role, which she probably would have never auditioned for it because she hasn't really been in the limelight recently for acting roles. She's been mostly focused on school and social media, so I can understand why she never really appeared anywhere in the stuff, but I think she could have been a great choice. When it comes to McKenna Grace, I would have been okay with her, but she's a really well-known actress, and like I said, I wanted someone who was less well-known. Then there's Cameron Seeley, who you probably don't know. She starred in The Greatest Showman as Helen, the youngest daughter of P.T. Barnum. I felt like she would have been a great choice because she was only 19, not well-known, and because she's already worked with the Greatest Showman director before. But we got Tegan Croft. And I'm open to seeing what she has to bring to the table. But for this, I can't really make any good or bad judgments about how they might handle the role until we hear more news about the movie. Now, as for what can be expanded on in the movie, when it comes to Tangled, I don't think there's much that needs to be changed. I believe that if the movie is made like How to Train Your Dragon was, it will be great. With that being said, there are things you can expand on or add to the movie. So here are some examples. Eugene getting a song about his past life and how harsh it was as an orphan would be interesting to see. You know, something like the song Everything I Ever Thought I Knew from the Tangled series. He could sing the song while watching Rapunzel be so innocent and naive. During the song, we see flashbacks of what his life was like for him to grow up. I also would love to see more romantic scenes between Rapunzel and Eugene. I know there's a lot of good moments, but it doesn't hurt to have more, right? I also would like to see scenes where the king and queen have more lines. In the original, they barely talked. So I would love to see a scene where they talk. Like they've been searching for Rapunzel, or they've been very sad about their daughter missing for so long. Nights where they comfort each other. Make them feel like actual characters. Like, that's so important in writing books, making characters feel like they're actual people. But overall, I think if Disney listens to the audience about saying true to the original, but expanding or adding things, using less CGI, only for the hair and the flower, just 2 things, practical props like How to Train Your Dragon did, this will be a successful live action. Also, as for Moana, I hope it bombs. I know it won't. I mean, Lilo and Stitch, I had hoped that would bomb after I went and saw it, but it didn't. And it's because of you kids. It's because of you kids. But I just won't see this live action. I'm not going to give Disney my money. Anyway, though, that's all I have for you guys today. Please go check out my poll, as I will be using this tactic to see which videos y'all want to see the most. I think the next one will focus on Exo Kitty things. I recently finished watching season 3, and I absolutely enjoyed it. So I'm going to be doing a deep dive into all things Exo Kitty coming soon. I'm not going to do Stranger Things hot takes anymore, so you can forget about that video. I'm not going to do it because for me, there were things that I liked about Stranger Things that people I know will never agree with me on. Like, I liked the character Callie. And I know that is very weird for some people to think about, but I did like her character. I liked the ideas behind her. And the fact that Elle was no longer alone. So I did like those takes when it came. But I will always agree that there are some things that Stranger Things did very bad. Like, there were some things that they messed up in season 5. There were things that they messed up in season 3. Season 4, I liked, but I know there were some things that they messed up in there. I do believe, like, season 1 and 2 were, like, the best seasons, probably. So, but yeah, I'm not going to do the Stranger Things hot take anymore. I think May is where you'll see the Keeper Lost City video and my college video. I don't have any school during that time, so that's where I'm going to put those out. As for my Winx read aloud, I think I'm going to wait until May as well, because I'll have more time to hopefully just sit down and read them to you. Also, like, I work Monday mornings, so it's like, how do I do this? How do I put this out on a Monday? Like, you know, I want it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like one each of the week. And how do I do that when I work Monday morning? Like, I have to film the day before, and I don't normally film on Sundays. You know, it's just like, I'm going to wait until May. I'll have more time, and hopefully the art will be done by then. But on Tuesday, also, before I finish up, on Tuesday, I brought I bought 2 Legos, one big pack, one small one, and I'm going to put them together. And I'm going to talk about, these are Ninjago Legos that I bought. And I did watch Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 4. Didn't like it. But I also did like it at the same time. I have stuff to tell you guys. I have stuff. So I'm going to do a live stream for it. Talk about Ninjago, my relationship with it. Talk about what my thoughts for Season 4. And this live stream will be this afternoon around 3 p.m. Eastern Central. But I think that's everything. Once again, this is Livy Logston. Bye!